Hey there folks, it is Rob and welcome back to a brand new movie collection video. Today we're going to talk about a comedy movie series that I just love. And there are two types of these movies and I will go over that. We're going to talk about the American Pie movies. Now we're just talking about the mainstream ones. There are the, I guess, I want to say like the poor man versions, which are kind of like the side plot ones, like the Naked Mile, the Book of Love, Band Camp. You know, they're basically the American Pie Presents movies. So I guess they're kind of like in the same universe, but they're just not like, they're not the American Pie movies. So currently there are only 4 American Pie movies. So these are the ones that I'm going to talk about today. So we have the very first American Pie, which I remember watching for the first time with my girlfriend, and we loved this movie so much that we watched it all the time. And of course it's the unrated version, which I feel like you need to watch the unrated versions of all these. Not only is it more raunchy, but it's just the scenes are a lot better and there's a lot more funny stuff. But I love that how she's holding the pie and you know, Jim was actually having sex with it. But this was the teenage movie to watch. You know, like in the 80s, it's like, you know, The Breakfast Club was something around that time. But this movie was the thing to watch around, I believe it was 99 or 2000. I think it was 1999. But yeah, I was still in high school when this came out. But yeah, you got Nadia, you got Stifler. Very, very good film. Very funny. I think even to this day it still holds up. The very first American Pie. It's definitely one of my favorite like teenage type films to watch. Next up we have my favorite, and that is American Pie 2. This is the Blu-ray and DVD unrated, and all these include the theatrical versions. And this is the first one that I saw in the theater, and then I saw all the rest of them after that. But the first American Pie I did not see in the theater. But anyway, the gang is all back from the first movie, and you know, this time they're basically you know, doing different things. They rent a beach house, and you know, the guys want to throw this huge summer party, and Nadia comes back, and like Jim goes to band camp and sees Michelle, and Stifler is up to his old ways with like these lesbians and stuff like that. It's just, there's a lot going on in this movie, and I think the jokes are better. I think Stifler is a lot better in this one than he was in the first movie. He was sort of established in the first movie, but this one you get to see more of him doing his thing. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it's a better film. I mean, it takes place 1 year after the first American Pie, basically after prom night. It takes place 1 year after, but you know, everyone's reunited for the summer. I'm glad they got to get everybody back, because that's my problem with the next one, and we'll get on with that. So here we have American Wedding, which is the third American Pie movie. The extended unrated party edition. Now this one pretty much has everyone come back except for Oz, Chris Klein. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if he was working on something at the time or if something was going on. I don't know. But he's one of the main guys. I mean, it's Finch, Kevin, Stifler, and Jim, and Oz. So Chris Klein not coming back, it just felt kind of like incomplete. So it's almost like Stifler had to take his place, and like he was the guy that was basically carrying the film. Stifler was way over the top in this movie. I would say this is my least favorite of the 4 movies that are out. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's probably my least favorite. Kevin actually is useless in this movie. He's like in the background. Finch actually has a lot more to do than Kevin. Kevin's just like there. He just has nothing to do or say really in this movie. But basically this movie is about Jim and Michelle getting married, and so they try to throw a bachelor party for him, and everything starts going wrong when they meet the parents and the in-laws and stuff. And so, you know, getting prepared for the wedding, things start going wrong, trying to get a dress for Michelle, going to like a gay bar and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in this, but it's good. I mean, the jokes do hit when they're supposed to. I just think that this movie just, like I said, it feels incomplete. You know, like Tara Reid is not in, like none of the, okay, I want to say there's more than just Chris Klein missing. For the girls' side, you know, Tara Reid's not in this, who plays Vicky, and then her friend Jessica, Natasha Lyonne, is not in this. And then, who is, I forgot, Mina Savari, she plays Heather, which was dating Oz. She's not in this movie. So I guess there are a lot more than just Oz missing. Like I said, it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like an American Pie movie. I don't see why Vicky and them would come to Jim's wedding anyway, because they weren't really like big friends with Jim, so I guess it makes sense on that part. I don't know. That's why I think it's just it's the weakest. But not to say, like I said, not to say it's bad. And the last one I was really surprised with, and that is American Reunion. I freaking love American Reunion. I have the Blu-ray DVD here, unrated. This one was directed by the guys who do Cobra Kai, Hayden Schlossberg and John Hurwitz, which was a real big surprise. I mean, they wrote and directed this. And this was fantastic. This was funny as hell. I freaking love this one. And the thing is, they get everybody back. You got Jim, you got Kevin, you got Finch, you got Stifler, you got Oz, he's back, Michelle, you got Vicky, you got Jessica, you got Heather. They're all here from the very first movie. And like I said, you know, they were in the second movie too. But it was really cool to get everyone together. And I like how they call this American Reunion, because it is kind of a reunion. I mean, after the third movie, you know, like I said, some of them were missing. Here we got everyone coming back for the high school reunion. That's what this is. It's what's all about. Everyone's coming back for the high school reunion, and things start to go wrong. Things start to, you know, go crazy with some of the guys, and like this underage, well, not really underage girl, but they're having like a high school party or something like that, and they don't, you know, things start happening there. Just, I don't know, just this movie's a lot of fun. And it's funny when Oz comes back to the reunion, he's like, hey, I missed your wedding, Jim, but I wasn't gonna miss this. It's like they kind of acknowledge why Oz was gone, and it's because he's living in I think LA, and he's doing like TV, so he's kind of like a popular TV person, so that's why he was not around. And they kind of explain where the other people were too, like some of the girls. But yeah, like honestly, it was so cool. This was so cool. Like, it was so cool getting everybody back, even the MILF guys, like MILF, like they showed up in American Wedding a little bit at the end. But like the whole thing with like Stifler's mom and stuff like that, it's really cool to see. She's always in those movies. But yeah, American Reunion is great. I freaking love American Reunion. But yeah, that is the fourth and final film of the regular American Pie movies. And like I said, there are the other ones, which are the American Pie Presents movies, which, yeah, I don't know why they decide to do that stuff. It just throws everything off when you do that. It's almost like if you're doing like a National Lampoon movie and it says like National Lampoon Presents or something like that. Yeah, those movies are just, they're not good. I think Jim's dad, Eugene Levy, I think he is in a lot of those American Pie Presents movies. I think he's in Bandcamp, I think. But anyway, I might talk about those movies in another video, but I just wanted to go over the regular American Pie movies. So hope you guys enjoyed this. What's your favorite out of these? I'm definitely going to rank these. It wouldn't be that hard of a ranking actually, but that'll be a separate video. So I hope you're enjoying these movie collection videos, and I'll be back with more. Also wanted to throw this out there that I will be reviewing movies like this, on their own, individually. So just, stay tuned for that. If you're wondering, yes, I'm going to be reviewing all kinds of movies. So these collection videos are just basically to show what's in my collection, and that's it. I'm not reviewing anything. So stay tuned for reviews. And this is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.